That was our personality of the week, Femi and Nicola Pokuti. He's the Afrobeat legend. Moving on the program is my next guest. He is Prince Moshood Lawa, the head corporate affairs of Smeden, and together we're talking about coordinating the activities of small and medium scale businesses in Nigeria. You're welcome to Good Morning Abuja.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, good to have you on the program. So we'll start off. How can small and medium scale businesses effectively coordinate their activities to promote growth and success?
Yeah, well, for us, we've added some nomenclature before it. Not just small businesses. We're looking at micro, small, and medium businesses. Okay. Now we even have an edition called nano.
Oh, you have nano.
Yes, the smaller carousel and the rest of the thing.
Wow.
Now, what we look over the years is we've discovered that these are actually the engine room for economic development all over the world. So any government that actually wants to rapidly develop will look towards supporting the micro, small, and medium enterprises.
Okay.
To ensure that they actually grow potentially. Okay. Now, what is lacking for them to grow most times is, one, their inability to embrace managerial skills.
Okay.
They just look at it that my business is my business. Yeah. They do not separate their money from the cash, their personal cash, from the cash for the business. They don't even keep records. When they make profit, they do not know. Okay. When they don't know, so sometimes it's about imbibing those managerial skills to be able to move from point A to point B.
Oh, okay.
Largely, some say they need cash. The rest, what we argue with, actually, finance is the least of their problem. Because there are several funding windows, but they do not have the information on how to assess those financing options. Okay. So sometimes it's about provision of information on this is available in so place, this is how you apply, and this is what you need to do. Lastly is most businesses, micro, small, medium enterprises start without a vision for the business. So I am starting a tailoring shop. I have one butterfly sewing machine. I will sew during Christmas and during Salah, and I'm okay. Okay. But if there is a vision that says I want to be a large garment manufacturing, you will have something propelling you to move from one point to the next point to the next point. So basically, some of those tidbits are things that we're actually pushing out for people to start seeing the possibility of imbibing them at Smeden.
So you said some of it, but I want to know what role particularly does your office now do? Fine, I have a business. What does your office now do in coordinating small and medium-sized and then micro businesses?
Well, for Small and Medium Enterprise Development Agency of Nigeria, created by an act of the National Assembly in 2003, we have so many facets in intervening in the MSME course for Nigeria. One of such facets is the policy advocacy and formation. Hitherto, there is no strict policy on what demarcates the micro from the small and medium businesses, but we'll be able to articulate and make sure with stakeholders get policy that actually drives the MSME policy in Nigeria. We'll be able to review that the third and about the fourth time it's been done. That's one. So you now actually know that, oh, I fall under micro because my employment is 10 below. I fall under medium because I have this. So when they say they're looking for medium, you know where to go. Secondly, we look at the possibility of dissemination of information. Provision of information is one of the key things that actually enables MSMEs to grow. The entrepreneur is already fired up to go, but he needs information on sources of finance, sources of raw materials, sources of even market. You'll be shocked that somebody is producing somewhere in Gwagwalada and his market is actually somewhere in Cuba, but he does not know. He's looking for export market. Somebody in Cuba is desperately looking for this. I'll give you an instance: coconut shell. Somebody's raw material is coconut shells. We have somebody that is producing coconut butter or this spice,
coconut
candy, and it does away with the shell. This person is now screaming to us, we need shells, we need shells. We have somebody that is actually doing away with this. So information is actually key to forming synergies for their growth. Thirdly, we're doing a lot of capacity building. Smeden has been to 36 states of the Federation over and over again to build capacity of our MSMEs so that they'll be able to compete globally. Simple things such as keeping their records, how to handle tax issues, what it takes to develop a marketing strategy, and even how to write a business plan. So we go to the nitty-gritty of teaching them, facilitating training programs, women, youth, and different groups on how to run their businesses. Yes.
Men.
No, we are covering all. So with specific attention on women and youth. The men are already
the men
they are already been taken care of.
Oh,
we want to have more women in business.
Okay.
It will interest you to know that the research was done that if you actually fund a woman who owns business, it trickles down to the entire family.
Okay.
Rather than just funding. It's not in all cases.
So what challenges do small and medium-sized businesses face when it comes to coordinating with suppliers, distributors, and then other external stakeholders? How can these challenges be overcome?
Well, so some SMENA is already seeing the possibility of working towards mitigating some of those challenges.
Okay.
These challenges are not limited to just the MSMEs in Nigeria alone.
Oh, okay.
For instance, the issue of infrastructure. If you observe, issues of power, transportation, and the rest actually adds to the cost of doing businesses. So when a small business actually produces in somewhere like Gwagwalada, Gwarimpa, transporting alone adds cost to the final product, which the consumers are not willing to pay. Okay. So that's a challenge on its own. Then the issue of power. Even a phone charger these days requires a small generator to actually a barbing salon and the rest of the thing. So now what we work towards is looking for alternative sources and how we can mitigate some of these things in so many ways. One of the challenges they complain of is not actually taxation from government. It's multiple taxation.
Okay.
So a small business is interested in opening a shop, he pays tax to federal government, he pays tax to state government, he pays tax to local government, and a host of other small signages and the rest. All these are actually eating deep into the profit that the small business is supposed to make. So what we are doing right now in Smedan is one of the things we have done as measure is to see if we can create what we call a common facility center, where a garments cluster can actually come. We have some established right now in Sweden office in Edu here. About 135 sewing machines.
It's like a center for people to come there.
Yes, come and utilize those equipment. There's power, there's everything you require.
So just come with your raw materials,
produce, and you take it. There's even a place for packaging.
So now you're not talking about power
again, you're not talking about transport and
from there to wherever
just take it to where you are. We have that section separately. We also have one for the furniture makers, the modern furnitures of MDF and the rest. We have modern equipment that they could actually use. So that the issue of power is cut out, the issue of buying those expensive machines is also cut out. Then the finishing will be finer and nicer.
Absolutely free?
It's not entirely free. We are working on a public-private partnership to ensure that that place is sustained. They will be getting the place to use the place at a nominal rate, something that they can actually write off and the rest of the thing. It's already.
Is it already in use?
No, we have not commissioned it. It's something that we have actually established. Awaiting commissioning. Once it is on, we beg the public to please come.
That's a great one. So, what strategies you're saying that so many people are in the same kind of businesses? What strategies can businesses actually use, like business owners in the same kind of business? What strategies can they use to implement and collaborate each other?
Now, what we have are two sides of the same coin. One of the strategies is what we call unique selling proposition, USP. Whatever it is you are doing, you will have something that makes you stand out. Either your customer care, the way you do your product, or the way you do your packaging. You need to have something that makes you stand out. So if you have 50 fish sellers, something will make one woman smiling can make her stand out. So we expect entrepreneurs to actually sharpen those USP points that they have that makes them better. Then the second part is actually networking, which dovetails into leveraging. You can actually leverage on somebody who is already into the kind of business you have, rather than replicating what he's doing. Let's partner and see how we can do something and become bigger, and a mega business can come out of that. Okay,
your last word now, final words before I let you go, on people that actually are willing to benefit from you. What are your pattern words to?
Well, I encourage everyone to see the possibility of reaching out to the Small and Medium Enterprise Development Agency of Nigeria, because part of the outreach is to ensure that we have offices in statistics of the state of the federation. We have 6 zonal offices. Then we have a corporate headquarters, and we are making our presence heavily right now on digital media. So we have so many handles that you can actually ask questions, you can make inquiries, and if you want to participate in any of our programs, just go there and register on smedanregister.gov.ng so that you actually have your own certificate.
That's a nice one. Like, you are really ready. Thank you for coming on Good Morning Abuja. I will still have you because you have so many projects ongoing.
Several.
Okay, so you tell us more about it and how the progress is going so far.
We'll
Thank you for coming on the program. So we've been speaking with Prince Moshood Lawal, and he is head corporate affairs of Smith, and he has told us a whole lot. You that have a micro business, a nano small business enterprise, you can key into this initiative, and everything is available for everyone out there. We have our money saving tips after now. Don't go anywhere, and after that the program continues.